Hi, this is Ed with Ed's 2 Cents Worth, and this is the super handy self-propelled wheelbarrow. This is the commercial size bucket. It is battery operated, it's 24 volts. It has two 12-volt batteries that are hooked in series, so to achieve the 24 volts. I have used it in a professional setting. It worked very well. Never has a problem. I'm guessing it's at least 4 years old, maybe 5. Still runs fantastic, even though I'm not doing that work anymore. We use it around our place here, and my wife is using it all the time. So I want to show it to you. I'm going to take the camera and give you a close-up to it. You're going to notice a feature on it towards the back here that is not something that comes with it. This is an add-on that I put on it, and literally it makes it where you can operate this wheelbarrow with one hand. In other words, I've got it turned on already. I can steer it and hit reverse, and you can do this even with a load in it. So that's a really nice feature, and I'm going to give you a real close-up of that so that if you buy one of these, you'll know how to make your own. So let me grab the camera. We'll do a close-up. I'll even show you a little bit from the instruction manual. The directions are decent. They're not fantastic, but anyone with a kind of mechanical inclination should have no problems assembling this. And by the way, the shipping of it was super excellent. I've never seen packaging like that before. To that extent, awesome packaging. So let's take a look and see what we've got. Let me get the camera. Gives you some details. There's some information up there about it. Safety warnings and things. And there's assembly instructions. Troubleshooting. And there's a parts list. This is not a parts list where you can order parts. You'd actually probably have to contact the company. I have bought, over the years, several items from Super Handy, and I've never had any problems with any of them. I've never had to get parts. So I don't know exactly the process you go to, but you could contact them probably and get parts if you needed it. And here's the charger set up. It has a little, hold on a second, right there by my thumb, there's a little window that glows either red or green. Red if it's charging, and green if it's fully charged. Of course, it takes a regular house current plug-in, and it plugs into the side here, right there. It can only plug in one way. It's shaped so it'll only go one way, and that's the plug-in. You usually will charge up in about 2 hours, maybe more if you really drain it. And I think we pretty much have only had to charge it for a couple hours. But I would guess you've got, if it's being used steady, constantly going, taking a load, emptying a load, taking another load, emptying a load, constantly going, you probably would have to charge it after about 2 hours, maybe 3. If you're using it just occasionally, you know, you take a load to dump it, and then you're doing something else, and then you come back, you know, 15, 20 minutes later and take another load, that kind of thing, it probably could go all day for you. These arms seem plenty strong enough. The wheelbarrow was originally designed, when you move it, was to actually lift up on the arms, whereas with that down at the bottom, you don't have to lift up on them. But you have your forward and reverse. It says D, I guess, for drive, and R for reverse. So you just switch that back and forth the direction you want to go. And this control here controls the movement. When you press down on it, it's like an accelerator on a car. This right here is very important to know. If you ever get where like the battery is getting low and you're trying to carry a heavy load or whatever, this is a circuit breaker right here. Now, they don't tell you about this thing in the instructions. So this circuit breaker, it will trip if the batteries are under that strain, okay? It'll trip. So what you got to do is get rid of your load, probably. Just press that in, and you'll get your power back. And then you'll have enough power to get back to your charging station. You have lights at the top indicating battery condition. Let's see. I don't know if you can see them lit up there or not. Can you see me turning it on and off? Okay, so it gives you indication as to whether it's fully charged, partially charged, but you better get it back to the barn to recharge. Let me tip this thing upside down. I'm going to pause the camera for a minute. Okay, so there's a view underside. As you can see, you have the differential in the motor here, and this is of course electric. You see that there's no leaks at all. After several years of use, there's no leaks. This is the battery box right here, holds the two batteries, and this is the controller box that has the on-off switch and the charge port to charge it with, and it comes with a charger. Now, to take a look at my modification. All this is some square tubing and some angle iron, which is the galvanized type that comes with the holes in it already. You can get this at Lowe's or eBay, Amazon, any of those places. You can buy that stuff. The casters came from Harbor Freight. They're each rated at 330 pounds. The overall rating for the wheelbarrow is 330 pounds. So you actually got 660 pounds of protection there. So they're not going to fail even in a heavy, heavy load. And as you can see here, that these find their own center. These do not have to be mounted perfectly straight. I just used the pre-drilled holes, found the closest place where they would be able to bolt on, put two bolts, two heavy bolts. Those are grade 8, 3/8 bolts, so they've got a good hold on it. Then there are bolts running through, going through into the frame of the wheelbarrow. One here also, one on the other side. So 3 bolts. Okay, I'm going to pause it again. So looking from this tilted angle here, you can see the differential down here and the motor. And of course, no leaks in the axle. This is the battery box itself. 2 batteries inside, 12 volts each, tied in series to produce 24 volts. This is the switch box. There's a charge port where the charger plugs in. there's an on-off switch here, and you notice it's got the boot on it, so it's somewhat safe outside. You don't have to worry about it if you get caught in the rain. Just get it, finish doing what you're doing, get it inside. Now I'm going to put some load in it so that you can see it moving and going up a small grade. Okay, I got about 120-pound load there. There's 4 blocks. They're the heavy type of block. They're about 30 pounds a piece. So there's 4 blocks in there. And I'm going to kind of move around in the yard a little bit. And there's a slope out there by the drive. So I'm going to go over there and run it up a hill so that you can see the performance of it, how easy or slow it goes up the hill. So keep watching. Now I was not pushing that up the hill at all. That was totally the traction of the electric motor and the differential on the wheelbarrow. So I'm going to reset my camera down there and do it again so that you can see it from a side angle going up the hill. There you can kind of grasp the angle there. Try it reverse. Okay, so under the reverse, I actually had to put my hands, both hands, and push down on the handles a little bit so that the wheelbarrow could maintain itself in a proper orientation, because it would have tipped over if I hadn't done that. So using reverse to climb a hill, you're probably not going to do that, but I wanted you to see the power that was there, that it does have adequate power to climb. Now, how long can it do that? I don't really know. My place is relatively flat. In any case, I hope this gives you a decent look at the Super Handy wheelbarrow. In my opinion, it's an awesome tool. Now, there are others out there like it. In fact, you can tell the manufacturer, if you look closely, the pictures are exactly the same, other than the color of the wheelbarrow and maybe the name on it. So you can tell that it was built by the same manufacturer, just a different seller. But Super Handy, I have found overall, has the best price. So look first at the Super Handy and then compare the others to see if you're getting a good deal. One thing I will make mention that I remember, and it stood out to me when I was unpackaging it when it was brand new, one of the tires was deflated. One was full, the other was deflated. Now, I don't think that's a flaw. I believe that is on purpose because in packaging, they need one tire to be deflated in order to get everything in that box. So don't hold it against them if you get it and one tire is deflated. It's just the packaging process, that's all. So you may have to take the tire down before you actually mount it on the wheelbarrow. You may have to take it down to a service station and pump it up with air if you don't have a compressor. But in any case, excellent product. I would recommend it to anyone. I don't know how it would do on really super hilly places. Some places in northern Georgia, North Carolina, Appalachian Mountains, Rocky Mountains, it may not do as good. This is a Georgia residence, and it is relatively flat. Got some hills, but they're fairly mild. Anyway, hope this helps. Please click the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much.